Morning ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today it is Thursday. It's the day before my final exam, and the problem with having your hardest exam as your penultimate exam is you kind of think you've finished. Like this entire morning I've done absolute jack. Catch myself there. But yeah, like a pitiful amount. I've just nothing. Like, you can't even call it an amount, let alone a pitiful amount. I got up like relatively late as well. I was just super tired. I had a glass of wine last night and it proper zonked me out. Like, I was getting knackered. So got up at 7, came in here, had breakfast and all that kind of stuff with Laura while Laura got ready. Sorted out my daily vlog, watched some YouTube videos, and it's now like 11 and I'm now thinking about starting some kind of revision. So yeah, it's all fun, yo. But this next exam is networking. Now networking isn't particularly hard, there's just a lot of it. So I don't really know how exactly I'm going to tackle it, but I'm not scared of this exam. Like I say, like yesterday was by far the hardest exam, by like a country mile. This is a doddle in comparison. So, but the problem with having that mentality, and we should really put away this washing at some point, the problem with having that mentality is that you just can't be asked. I have a note here to revise TCP strategies, so that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, basically though, ladies and gentlemen, today and tomorrow and then we're done. And that is the silver lining that I'm paying attention to right now. So, it's going to be great. Well, my slide's 22. Oh no, slide's 21 then. I think there's a lot. TCP is a pretty fucking big thing. But yeah, I've written down on my notes. Go over this again, because I wasn't really paying attention in lecture. Everything I was, presentation layouts, that's done as well, fucking hell. I've done half this shit. I'm gonna revisit this. Right, okay. Let's do it. Also, I'm starting a new notepad too. This one. Hello, Mr. Notepad, come here. Come here. Finished this the other day. I didn't need a new one. Fucking thrilling vlog, Jamie. Break time, lol. I'm just working through TCP connections and how to get the most out of them. Bored. Bored. But this is something, like, basically for networking, all you really have to do is go over the things that you weren't really paying attention to. Because the rest of it is like so simple that it doesn't take much to prompt you in the right direction. Like, the name of something is enough to prompt you of what it does. And/or just like the question, the things they're talking about. Like, everything's so closely linked together and so, I want to say simple. I want to say like simply linked and kind of like common sense-ish. That it's quite easy to decide what needs to be done where and stuff like that. So I'm not particularly like, I glanced at we did a past paper in a revision lecture, and like every single question I'm like, I know the answer. And it's not a case of revising, it's just a case of like you either know it or you know how to figure it out. And that's the best thing about networking. So it's cool. Not going to be long till you come here though. Belly is gurgling as well. It is very hungry. It's there, it's like, oh, give me food, Jamie. And I'm like, no, Belly, it's not even 12. Got the right date on as well. Oh, I'm impressed. It falls out of sync, doesn't it? Is it going to fall out of sync this month? No. February it'll fall out of sync. So, that's the plan basically. Yeah, I'm going through some stuff on this because I wasn't paying attention at the time. I think I was doing parallel. I was programming or something. And I missed lectures towards the end because of courseworks. Basically, yeah, that's all I'm doing is going over the things that I've actively missed. And then glancing at... I guess this... I don't like... People ask me how to revise for things quite often. And the answer is quite simple. If you're at A-level or GCSE, we can just do past papers. Do past papers galore until you get there. Maybe not for English. I don't know. Okay, right, so for GCSE, just do past papers. You'll get through fine. GCSE is easy. A-levels, a little bit more difficult. I did maths and science. So if you're doing maths and science based subjects, just do past papers. Past papers till the end of the dawn of fucking time and you'll be fine. Problem is at university is that each year the module can change quite a lot. Like the things that are taught are at the whim of the person who's lecturing it. Quite often you could be doing a past paper and you'll see something that you've never seen before and then you just stress yourself out, be like, oh my god, I don't know this thing, and you spend hours looking for this thing, trying to learn it, and it was something that you wasn't even taught, so it's not going to come up in the paper unless you do intelligent agents, in which case it might do banter. But that's the reason I don't normally do past papers, is because each year the lecturer could spend, let's say, this year you could spend like half a lecture talking about space, the Milky Way. And then he could spend 2 lectures talking about the sun. So one year he'll do a 12-mark question on the Milky Way. And that, obviously, half a lecture isn't going to be worth 12 marks. So it's based on like how much time. They might cover all the same stuff, but they might dwell on some things more than other things. And like, you weren't there last year. You weren't there to see how long he spent on certain items. He might have gone into more detail on some things, less detail on other things, and then asked questions with respect to that. So it doesn't really make sense to do past papers. Like, McAllis just messaged me saying that, that's, by the way, is Lewis. If you were wondering why I just pulled that like a name out of my arse. Lewis messaged me saying like, on the 2003 paper, no, 2013 paper, there's like this diagram, do you know how to solve this? And I looked at it and I'm like, this paper wasn't even written by our lecturer, it's by different lecturers. It's by my personal tutor and stuff. Not my personal tutor, my final year project supervisor. People like that. Like, it's completely different. Don't fret or worry about anything like this, because it's just not worth it. So normally I don't like doing past papers at university. A-level and GCSE, fucking easy way to get an A. But here I do things that are called, well, right, if I was revising at A-level or GCSE, what I would do is I would do past papers, learn like the style of questions, the way they want you to solve them and all that kind of stuff. And if I hit an area which I can't do, I'll do a death by. And I did it a lot for mechanics because I struggled a bit on mechanics. Death by, and a D1 as well, and D2. Say death by differential equations, for example. And I would go through the entire chapter of differential equations, all the exercises and all that kind of stuff, and then close it, and then I'll be able to boss any exam paper. And I basically do that. I go through all the exam papers, anything I struggled or couldn't do, I'd do a death by. Here, what I basically do is I do a death by the entire course, or things that I've earmarked as that's likely, that's likely, that's likely, depending on how much content there is. I can't physically do a death by on the entire course because there's just so fucking much. But yeah, so that's how I revise, if at all. But I am a bad reviser. I'll put my hands up now and say that I am not representative of what normal people should or do. Laura spends so much more time than I do on revision. Like, I am so relaxed and so chilled compared to her. It's unreal. And she's like, I don't know how you do. I don't know how, like, on a night before an exam I could just spend, or half a day, the day before an exam, I just spend playing games, just trying to relax, because what's the point? So, but yeah, everyone's different, aren't they? Everyone's got their own tactics and stuff. Also, I guess what I do for revision is I go through, as the lectures are going on, like a lecture finishes, I go through and sit in the lecture. I've just got some biscuits, by the way, which is why I was in there. I'll go through a lecture and I will write all the notes down on paper, and then what I'll do is I will leave the lecture, go through my paper notes, typing them up onto the computer, and I will, like, things that I don't think are very important or I intrinsically know, I will just leave quite brief. If they're things that confuse me, I'll look them up and put more information on the slides and stuff like that. So I'm actively revising as the things come out. And now people are complaining because, well, the person that's complaining doesn't even go to lectures, but people complain because they're going through like 29 PDFs of lecture slides, which are all huge, and they're trying to find like just tiny little bits of information in all of them, and they're all unnamed. They're literally called slides 1, slides 2, and all that kind of stuff. The advantage of having digital slides, not only is it that you can just pull them up on your phone whenever you want them, and that ding fucking irritates me. But you can index the entire thing and control find and grep through them if you really want to. It's great. I save so much time because of it. Like literally what I'm going to do now is things that I've done today, for the first time, not in a lecture. I'm going to finish going through them all and like confirming all of the fucking stuff. And then I'm going to type them all up. Anything that's not typed up, I'll type up into my lecture slides. Do that tonight. Easy peasy. But then obviously I'll spend a bit of time refreshing my mind over the early stuff. Fuck's sake, Facebook, just ding me once, right? I don't want to be done for every single message that comes through. Ding me for 1 or 2, and then shut the fuck up. It drives me mad because it's the loudest app in the fucking world. So like, if you use the Messenger app, it literally is so loud. It's just like ding, ding, and then blah, 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 like stupid noises when I've sent a message. I don't want a fucking noise to say I've sent a message. I can see it. I'm looking at the fucking screen. Calm down. I'm calling it dinner time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so bored. Also, doesn't that creak drive you up the bloody wall? And also, the way that this door slams, doesn't that drive you up the wall as well? Oh dear, at least one of them's avoidable. Creak isn't though. Fucking creaking, man. Right, I can't even be asked to have a sandwich today. What else can I have for lunch? It isn't a sandwich. Christ, the boredom, man. Fucking boredom. It's killing me. It's bloody killing me. And the worst thing is, while the exam's tomorrow, at this point tomorrow, I still wouldn't have even started it. God! Just had a power break, in inverted commas, power break, playing Max Payne, and now I'm gonna go back to revising. I'm just gonna type up all the stuff that I said I was gonna type up earlier. Make sure it's especially lodged in my brain, and then, yeah, work on some other stuff, I guess. This is what I've written, by the way, for application layer. I'm pretty confident none of that's going to come up. See, do we even need to know about this? And, ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly time for Laura to come back. Ugh, it's very dark. She's walking back now. She's crazy. She's crazy. It's bloody cold outside. I don't even know if it's cold. I haven't been outside today. Coming for a drink, but I just thought I'd talk to you before I time jump away. Because I'm still revising and stuff. We're going to have dinner. And then, don't know. I say I'm still revising. Kind of not, kind of am. It takes fucking time, man. The inevitable time jump, ladies and gentlemen. This light bulb broke. Otherwise, we had dinner, which was like fish, potatoes and veg. And then we went out for a walk. Laura took me out for a walk because I'm like a dog. And I was in all day. So went out for a bit, walked up to Morrison's, see if they had any good deals. They didn't. So we came back. And then watched some TV. Well, no, I started to do some blogging and then watched a bit of TV. Just watched the penultimate episode of Jessica Jones. I'm being a bit disappointed with the way it's going down. It started off really well and really dark, but the only character I really care about is Kilgraves. Like, I'd watch the entire series from his perspective. It'd be much better. But I'm not very a superhero kind of guy with superhero fighting and stuff. I'm here for the dark, like his power and how dark it is. I'm here for that bit. Anyway. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bed. I was going to try and stay up late and then wake up late, but I know that's not going to happen. I'm just going to get up at normal time-ish. So, I'm just going to go to bed. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, final exam. Good. So 4:30, not good. Which means I've got to kill a lot of time during the day. Don't know how I'm really going to do it. Maybe a little bit of revision. I've got to leave it here at 1:30, I think. Well, 1:30 to 2 was the normal, is the like time frame that I've been giving myself to get to places, like 3 hours beforehand-ish. So we'll do that again. Cool. So at least I'll have a lunch here anyway. It's gonna be a boring day, but it's gonna be fucking good to have it all over again. It's been too long. I'll catch you later.